Like you mentioned a lot about like the things you enjoy about skating, but I wanted to ask a more direct question. Like, what do you enjoy most about skating? I know you've been skating for a while now. Is it you mentioned the skate videos, but is it like the actually skating, the part where you try so hard to get a trick and then you finally get it,
Alright,
or is it
fine.
like what about skating to someone who's never skated before? Do you enjoy the most?
Jeez.
The aspect I enjoy the most, yeah, would probably be just actually doing what I want to do. Skateboarding. It's really fun. Um, I wouldn't describe learning the process of learning a trick though
That's fun.
as fun. It's kind of more just really frustrating, and you fucking hate yourself. Like you fucking hate, like especially if you like should be landing it. Especially when you've got to a stage where everything's going right,
Yeah.
and you're just too much of a pussy
Yeah.
to just do it.
Yeah.
To just like, there's nothing else at that point,
Yeah.
other than you just simply just have to put your fucking feet on the board. There's
Yeah.
nothing else. That's probably, I assume, most people would relate to that who skateboard.
Okay.
Is fucking hell, like
But what's it
all I
like-
have to do is jump on the fucking skateboard, and my brain is just not letting me do it because I'm too much of a fucking pussy.
Okay,
But that's probably what also attracts people.
Okay.
Because it's just that you have to literally overcome your natural instinct to kick, like to just brace for impact. Like throwing yourself downstairs on a plank of wood to most people would probably be like, that's just a stupid idea. It's just like naturally, your natural instinct would be to brace for impact and stop yourself from getting hurt. But actually, with a skateboard, if I'm to ollie down it, you're forcing yourself not to brace for impact, but to stay in the formation of the trick. And that's probably the hard part that you've got to break, because
I've got a
naturally you want to, you want to stop yourself from getting hurt.
I got a question on that. So like you just mentioned that, what do you learn about people's mentality and like the mental that human beings have from doing skate tricks? When you start talking about how you can convince yourself not to brace for impact, how you can force yourself to understand that you're not going to get hurt. Like, what does that teach you about like how people's mental is and how we can overcome it?
Well, first of all, yeah, I'd definitely say like I'd learn things from skateboarding, like as far as intuition goes, and there's a good word for
Is that it? Is intuition?
for thinking about what is the word that I'm thinking of, where it's you thinking, it's like self-reflection on your own thoughts. There's a word for it. I forgot what it's called.
That's
Into
close to
something.
that. Yeah, that's close to that.
Yeah. Like I definitely think that skateboarding can teach you, and you can apply it. Like what you learn from skateboarding is something you can apply to literally everything in life. Like you can literally apply what you learn from it.
Not giving up.
Yeah, well,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like,
yeah. Simple. So again, with a
playing
lot
the
of
game.
other sports, a lot of
Yeah.
other sports would have the same thing.
Yeah.
But I guess the difference with skateboarding is, like, in my opinion, I don't really like to describe it as a sport, because it's literally just you wanting to get, but like there is no competition other than yourself. You're the competition to yourself. How good can you get at skateboarding? That's really the question when you start to skateboard, is like, what will be my peak? Like that's kind of one thing that I'm wondering now that I'm 21 years old now. I'm wondering, between now and the time I'm 30, I'm sure the peak will be somewhere between there.
Absolutely.
And I don't know, it's exciting but also scary to see how good can I get before physically I can't really do it as much anymore, because eventually skateboarding isn't going to be a career to me. It's never going to be. I just really enjoy it, and I like to do it while I can do it. But I don't intend on skateboarding to be something I'm doing all the way until my 60s. I mean, if I had the time to do it, cool, I'll give it a go. But I'm not a pro. I'm never going to be a pro, and I mean, hell,
Don't know, bro. You might be.
well done for the pros, but nah, man, I ain't throwing myself down 20 flights of stairs for a video. I
You
mean,
throw yourself down one.
yeah, I'll throw my, like for self-achievement, I'll find a stair set that I will have to do before I stop. And if I was to think of the top of my head, it would be South Bank 7. But I think everybody has fucking done that. Like, so many people have done it. It's kind of embarrassing that I haven't even done it yet.
Well,
because I should, at the level I am now, easily I should be able to
You
do
just
it.
said about not comparing yourself to people.
Yeah, I know I said that,
It's
but shut
only
up,
you
man.
versus you.
Shut up, man. Don't say that. Shut up. I'm allowed to compare myself, okay?
Fair enough.
But yeah, fuck. What the fuck was
But
that?
no, you're saying that's what you're trying to reach. Like,
yeah,
do
like
that because you think you can
yeah,
do that.
and that's also another thing about how I said it was frustrating, right? Because I definitely think I can do it. I can go down like the South Bank 7, for example, as I said. The only thing stopping me is my fear.
It's mental.
It's just me. It's just a mental thing that's stopping me from simply just ollieing that stair set. There's nothing else. There's nothing. I know how to ollie. I've ollied stair sets before, but I've never done that stair set.
How would you? So obviously, like when you first started, I'm guessing because I've tried skating before, and I am terrified of that shit. That shit is crazy. Like even like standing on the board, knowing you're gonna go down, and your mind is thinking about all the times you've fallen before, and you're trying to convince yourself you're not gonna fall, and the only way not to fall is to do it right.
To approach it with just pure
A
confidence.
pure confidence and like
as you're going towards it, you've got to literally hype yourself up.
Exactly.
Like the whole time you're in your head. You're like,
I'm gonna do.
But then again, I say that.
Yeah.
But I find that if I was to try and memorize exactly that moment when I'd successfully do something and do it well, that's when like I find there is no thought. You've literally tuned everything else out, and you're just skateboarding.
Okay, so here's a question.
I don't even
then.
think there are thoughts. In your
Here's
head
a
when
question
you're doing
then.
something
Here's a question. So you're saying before what the things that skateboarding has taught you, right? Talk to me about what you just said about how like in order to overcome the fear, you kind of have to get rid of the thought about the thing.
Such a state of focus, pure focus on what you're doing in that moment that you're not even thinking, because you're just acting what you want to achieve on the skateboard. I mean, again, I'm not on my skateboard right now, so I couldn't really try to revise that.
Yeah.
So this is kind of me just going off of
kinda
memory.
understand what you're saying.
But yeah, like I feel like,
flow
and it's
state.
if I was to compare it to music as well, like when I've learnt a song, sometimes when I'll play the song, I'll mess up a bit here and there. But the time when I execute a song perfectly without making a mistake is actually when I'm not thinking. I'm just doing. Like it's just coming out of me. It's literally I'm just playing. I've got a flow for it. I've got a feel for it, and there is no thought anymore. It's just I'm just doing. You know.
Okay, here's a question.
So it's just a state of focus. I guess.
You brought in music already. I was gonna like ease into that, but you've kind of brought it in. So let's go there. And no, I'm just joking. I can't completely agree. I think so. Talk to me about music too. Like, do you ever do passion? Obviously, you got passion for skating, but talk to me about your other passion for music. And when did that start? Like, do you remember when you first started like picking up the instrument and learning how to play, and how frustrating or rewarding that was for you?
So